Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little rundown on the garden. She's looking pretty ugly. Middle of winter, that's how it is. It's like 16 degrees right now. So basically, I try to bed everything off. I don't quite got enough logs for everything yet. But I do layer gardening. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of that. I just dump everything that I can think of on top of these beds. Sawdust, not for my chainsaw, leaves, straw, every bit of vegetation that comes from the garden, I just lay it down. I even let these Swiss chard and all my greens that I had just stay there for all winter. All the bugs for winter really like to live underneath all this stuff. There's some spinach. It's lasted all winter. It's gonna probably pop really big in the spring. I can't wait. So I really try to baby my garden, but not in the conventional sense. I keep everything messy intentionally because it's a lot less work, and in the wintertime all your bugs need places to go. They don't like barren exposed soil like that. There's no cover for winter in these extreme conditions. So I try to give them this, and then come springtime, not until your night temperatures are around 40 to 50 degrees, I come along and kind of scrape things off and get to the soil and use all this for mulch and chicken scratch and everything, and cover it back up to preserve moisture. So this is it. Like I said, I leave everything up, my Brussels sprouts, because if I went inside of there, there'd be all kinds of ladybugs, all kinds of eggs in there, stuff that's hibernating for spring, and everything has a purpose in the garden, whether you think it's a mite or something that you think's good. It's all there for a purpose. Now, one of the key components to my garden is chickens. I don't buy soil anymore. This will probably be the first year that I don't have to buy any kind of soil or fertilizer for my garden because of these babies. I got them right before the pandemic started, and they have been sitting here eating all this stuff, this soil. There's debris in there probably from the garden from 2 years ago. There's lots of stuff right behind them too. But basically these chickens are going to be all the fertilizer you need. If you give them all your dinner scraps and every single thing from your garden for them to eat all throughout winter, they're going to have all the topsoil and nutrients you're going to need for spring. So I just got done tilling a little bit here for them, and no matter what, no matter how cold it gets out here, the chicken manure, all the nitrogen and phosphorus keeps the soil at a certain temperature, and it keeps it from getting too frozen, so you can come in here and just kind of till everything up and let them scratch at everything again, and they just recycle everything that you give to them. There's pumpkin that I gave them that we grew from last year. I guess I can say a couple things, since everybody in my area, well, everybody is getting their own chickens. I'd recommend that you get some kind of a hybrid breed, something that's meant for meat and egg laying, because they tend to get a lot fatter and bulkier for the winter. These chickens are nice and plump. The ones that are really for egg laying tend to be a little bit smaller. Their energy goes more towards egg laying than producing fat and muscle, and that really helps them stay warm all winter. And I am having to learn all of this specifically because we're going up to Alaska, and these kinds of chickens, I don't know how well they do up there, so I'm really going to have to learn what kind of chickens are good up there and what aren't. Now, a big thing that I myself struggle with is wanting to grow everything. And last year was really an experimental year. I grew some stuff that I wasn't really accustomed to and ventured out of my comfort zone. This year I'm really going to stick to the basics of onions, garlic, potatoes, cucumbers for pickles, my greens for lettuces and herbs, rather than do a lot of these Brussels sprouts and brassicas, because I have yet to master how to fight all these little bugs that eat the hell out of those things. So that's going to be another process. I'm going to stick to the basics for now. But what I really want to emphasize is try not to grow a whole bunch of stuff if you're still kind of starting out. I've been growing, I've had a passion for doing garden pretty much my whole life, and my favorite thing to this day to grow is potatoes. They are simple and you can put them to use. A lot of times waste is kind of an issue because everybody plants a bunch of tomatoes and they get millions of tomatoes but don't know what to do with all of them. So I really want to make sure that I use everything, and I eat a lot of potatoes and garlic and onions and pickles and salads. So don't get too crazy starting out. Just get good at one thing, and it doesn't matter how basic it is, like a potato. They are probably the best things you can have in your garden. And give yourself a sense of success growing something rather than challenging yourself too much and failing and getting demoralized. So that's my little bit of gardening advice for the moment. Well, I appreciate you guys coming along for the first spring tour. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really helps out my channel. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to get out and get some gold, so be sure to keep up on that. Thanks again, guys.